Alrighty, y'all, we got a different type of video going on today. Of course, this is not my usual setup here that I'm in. Obviously, out in a little park here. Figured I'd change up the setting, little summertime vibes, everything like that. But we got a different type of video. I'm doing a little sit-down video. And I don't know even, like I said, I don't even know what I'm going to say in this video. Of course, you've seen the title. I'm pretty much going to talk about my experience with high school and my advice to any future high schoolers. So, yeah, I don't really know where I'm going to start. Like I said, I'm going to just kind of start talking, and we'll see how this goes. But I'm going to try to make this short, sweet, kind of talk about the stuff that every high school has, socially, educationally, everything like that. So, I guess starting off. So, I graduated about 2-3 days ago now, and I guess we'll start off talking about education. So education-wise, if, again, this is for any new high schoolers or anyone who is in high school, again, high school is easy. High school is very easy. It is not difficult as far as education-wise. It's not that hard. I'm going to be honest, for me, the only time I really had homework was when I had to study. And that was pretty consistent through all years of high school. And so high school is not that hard. So, I don't find it as too much of an accomplishment, graduating high school. Of course, it's cool and all, but it's not much of an accomplishment in my eyes. But education-wise, as far as for studying, any future high schoolers, anyone in high school, at least for me, I studied usually about 2 days before each test. And again, it would probably be for 15-minute intervals. It was not a lot of studying, I'm going to be honest, which I'm not going to lie, I'm going to have to fix for college here coming up, because that ain't going to cut it. And I got to get my attention span up for longer. But as far as for y'all high schoolers, it's not that hard, studying-wise and stuff like that. You're not going to have a ton of homework, anything like that. But yeah, some people in my grade that I know literally don't study for these tests, and they literally have some of the best grades in the entire, my entire grade level. So education-wise, again, is not too difficult. Again, I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it because it's not that bad. But socially, I'll talk about social. I'm going to try to kind of cover all social norms and everything like that I think are worth talking about in high school. So I guess starting off, of course, I'll start off just by saying kind of how I viewed myself socially in my high school. I was basically I kind of had my own friend group. A lot of people didn't really, I would say maybe a little well known, but people didn't really know me, you know what I mean? And so unless you were really close to me, you didn't really know me. Of course, you'll have those friendships you gain. And I think my great advice is definitely try to make as much friendships as possible. It's in every class you have, try to get one friendship in each. Don't just sit in the corner and just stare at everybody and just watch them. That's fine for some classes, but I do think there's a benefit in talking to new people and getting to know somebody else. Whether it's boy, girl, whatever. You will learn something either way. And so, yeah, you will meet a lot of people in high school if you try to. But if you just sit back and you don't talk and you're awkward, it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun. Life has got to suck more. And it's got to lead to just honestly more boring life and everything like that. So that would definitely be one piece of advice I have there. But I'd say a big social norm, I do want to cover this, is definitely, I would say, a big thing that you'll see in high school is partying, alcohol, and vaping. Those three right there. And I just think they're ridiculous. I really do. I think they're all ridiculous. Now, if you want to go party, I think that's completely fine. I think it's completely fine if you go party every once in a while, have a good time with your friends, your girlfriend, whoever it may be. I don't see any issues with that. But for me, at least for me personally, again, I just think the drinking and the vaping and smoke, anything like that, is just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, for me, if you're gonna go to a party, just go have fun at the party. Like, I don't really understand that, and my advice, if you're gonna listen to anything in this video, is don't vape, don't drink, just don't do it. There's no point. I mean, there's literally no point. Um, it's if you can have fun without those things in high school. Me and my friends all the time. I mean, it's like all we need is just hang out with each other and we'll have a good time. So I think that's something. If you're gonna take anything away from this video, is just don't vape and don't drink. That's the biggest thing. Like I said, if you want to go to a party, whatever, that's cool. I don't, you know, at least for me, again, all this you could listen to me. You don't have to listen to me. It's all up to you. But this would be my advice, and that is just, you know, you don't have to vape or drink. You don't to have fun. So if you want to have a good time, you can just go to a party and have fun there, you know, and just hang out with your friends. So, or you don't have to party either. You don't even have to party. You know, wasn't my biggest thing. So that's all I'm saying is just those two things. If you're gonna hear anything, don't do those two things, please. But again, you know, you can listen to me or you don't have to. It's completely up to you, obviously. And then, dang, I guess I'll close out the video. Like I said, I didn't know really what I want to come on here and say, but I'll close out the video with the time flies by. You know, from the time you're a freshman to the time you're a senior, it flies by fast. Like, you know, I guess another thing I'll cover before I get to kind of my finish here is in that time, do clubs, do activities, do sports, and just try it. You know, there's no, you know, of course there's no cut sports like track. I believe tennis at most schools is no cut. So if you want to, you know, get involved, there are ways to get involved with other people, and it's a great way of meeting people. I know when I was a freshman, I was debating whether to do track because it was just like I don't want to run, I don't want to do this, that, I don't want to go to practice every day, whatever. And then I ended up doing it, meeting a lot of new people. It was really fun because I was able to hang out with friends. And then I ended up doing it all 4 years of high school. So that's another thing I would advise if you're a new high schooler, if you're in high school, do sports, do you know, do clubs, whatever it may be, because I do think it's really beneficial. And then finally, I will close out with, again, the time flies by. Enjoy it, you know, just enjoy it. You know what I mean? Don't, obviously, don't, just meet as many people as possible, and the time will fly by, and there will be a time, like me the other day, I was thinking, driving home, we had this final event basically for seniors and stuff, where it was like your final, basically, it was the final time we'll probably see each other. And it was just kind of like, it was kind of weird, you know? So I would definitely say my advice is, and again, I'm gonna have to work on this now, is, you know, just try to keep in touch with those people, because there will become a point where you literally have, you know, one more hour left with that person. You have one more day left with that person, whoever it may be. And my advice is just to try to keep in touch with them. If you can see it, make time for them, make time for them. Of course, some people you won't be able to see again, because I get it. You know, you got work, you got school, you got to have other obligations. So, but my advice is just try your best to, you know, enjoy the time you have with those people, because you never know when, you know, it'll be the last day, and it's kind of sad, you know, because you won't even realize it, and you'll never see them again. So, yeah, I would say that's definitely my advice as far as that goes. And then one more talking point I'll get to here is just, there's got to be all types of people at your school. Of course, I can make this video. Not every high school in the freaking world's got to see it and take the advice, of course. You're going to have jocks. You're going to have kids that do, you know, alcohol, vapes, stuff like that, again, that are considered popular. And I do think that is a thing that should be just, again, it's it's funny because people say, oh, once you get to high school, popularity and all that goes away. And, you know, just the nice people, it's all nice. In reality, it's not how it is. You'll still have to deal with those jerks and everything like that, you know, those jocks, whatever you want to call them. But my advice is just don't be those people. It's not fun to, you know, deal with those people, and who knows why they do it. Again, I don't know what's going on in their head, but yeah, just ignore them. You know, it's they're just out to get you, and you know, it's very tempting. I'm not gonna lie, it's very tempting to try to go at one of them and, you know, get yourself in trouble. But you got to just stay strong and just, you know, make sure to keep to yourself. Let them talk shit. You know what I mean? And just, you know, just ignore them. You know, it's just how it's got to be. Unfortunately, for the rest of the time, at any school you go to, there's always got to be those guys. Or if you're a girl, there's always got to be those girls. So my advice though is just don't be those people, and just try to ignore those people if you have to deal with them. So yeah, I don't know. Obviously, you can take any of this advice for your future, whatever, or you cannot. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you. But that's my advice as a senior that is graduating. And yeah, without further ado, I think that we'll close it out for the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.